Welcome to Clause 8, the #1 podcast on intellectual property, trusted by top in-house counsel, judges, and policymakers worldwide. Hosted by Eli Mazour, we bring you in-depth conversations with the personality shaping IP. Brought to you by TradeSpace, where ideas take flight.
I heard you talk about, I guess, when you first got into it, you weren't really thinking about IP. I guess with that first invention, did you think about, I need some kind of protection before I talk to these big retail stores or these buyers, anything like that?
So it did hit me after people started saying to me that's a good idea, because back then I didn't have patents, or I mean, all of that was brand new to me. But I did start thinking and looking and asking people who were much brighter than I was, and were in the industry, and I got that direction. You should probably put a patent on this thing. And at that point I started doing my research, Yellow Pages research,
Yeah.
trying to get in touch with a patent attorney and ask some questions. So my first patent attorney was really able to give me limited information in terms of marketing or zero.
Yeah.
The patent attorney kind of stays in their own lane, right? Tell you all about patents, but not marketing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I had
exactly.
to do this on my own. So everything was trial and error, and error and error and error, but trial and error. Okay. And that's how I learned. That's how I learned to make other dozens and dozens of patents and trademarks and mistakes and flaws and all that stuff to become, you know, get where I am today.
And do you remember what you thought about, like, what good getting a patent will do? Do you remember, like, what your thinking was about, like, why should I go through this? Why should I look for a patent attorney? What was the benefit of all that?
I did. I'm a thinker.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, I went through all of this a lot in order to have someone create it for me. That part I skipped over, right? So all of the listeners out there, it's not just think of an idea and do it. There a lot goes into it, from creating a prototype that someone else can copy and create and build the way you want it to come out. So all of those things I was putting into it, sketching and all of the sketching that I'm not great at sketching. I had to figure out all of those things and hand it over to a person. I'm going, this person could literally take my idea. So how do I protect it? People are saying, "Oh, that's a great idea." One too many people said that's a great idea. And then I said, "Okay, that's it. I got to protect this somehow. I don't want to see this after all of the work I put into this product. I don't want to see it in 2 months or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 2 years. I want to be the only one."